Now, something I was asked a little bit was, what happened to a lot of the Forge World characters? Characters like Luft Huron, Tiberos the Redway, Carib Cullen, so on and so forth. Well, for the more popular chapter masters, they were moved over and given data sheets in 10th edition. But for the more broken characters and a lot of those character data sheets that didn't have models, you were just told, hey, you're gonna have to use them as these units instead. For the units that didn't have models, it really made sense. Back when those characters were introduced in whatever Forge World book they were introduced in, a lot of them only had vague descriptions. Hell, sometimes you had to basically just guess what the weapon they were using was. This guy has a 2-time strength power weapon. Is that a power fist or a thunder hammer? Well, it has teeth in the name, so obviously it has to be a chainsword, right? Welcome to Forge World, where they were expecting you to at least know how to kit bash. As well, at least for a lot of specially designed units, they did just tell you, hey, these are the models that you can run them as, just make sure they're on the right base size now. Okay, but what exactly was broken about some of these characters? We'll start with the biggest one, Brayarth Ashmantle. Brayarth Ashmantle was a venerable dreadnought introduced in Bad Dab War, who, even when introduced into the game, was basically a knight, and then became infamous in 8th and 9th edition as he was one of the very few dreadnoughts that could get to toughness 11, as well as just be unkillable in most games. He sadly got relegated down to just a dreadnought stat sheet in 10th edition with 2 melee weapons. But that was a problem with a lot of Forge World units. A lot of them were just extremely overpowered. There's a reason why Leviathan Dreadnoughts aren't allowed in competitive anymore. Damn you, Iron Hands! As well, for a lot of these characters or specially designed units, all of them were just different variations of Space Marine Captain, Chaos Lord, or some other variation of an HQ unit for 40k. Unless it was a specific unit that was shunted over to Legends, most of the Forge World models are still legal to use in modern 40k. You can still use characters like Gabriel Angelos, you just gotta set his model as Captain and Terminator armor. You can still use the Renegade units, you just have to use them as either cultists or as traitor guardsmen. Hell, you can still use the Inquisitor models from Forge World as Inquisitors and Agents of the Imperium. There are still options to play some of these amazing models.